Peace, tribe. Welcome to the Peaceful Energy Podcast, where we align your life with peaceful situations to help create an effective living situation. I have Miss Medi Mommy here. I always do that. It's this side. It's the opposite. I have Medi Mommy here to come and enlighten you all on just different spaces of peace. I have watched her grow over the years, and it's like I be having my proud mommy moments where I'm like, look at my baby. She is living this life right now. And I just love it. So, Love Bug, tell them all about you.
Yes, you have literally watched me grow since like the beginning of this journey. I'm Betty Mommy, also known as Ina. I am a sound healing practitioner, a meditation practitioner, a mother of two, a vegan nutritionalist. I do a lot of different things, but everything I do has to do with wellness, holistic health, and keeping your body, mind, spirit aligned.
Yes, I love it. Y'all, she's amazing on so many levels and on so many different platforms. Just like sitting back and just watching how you start to cultivate these spaces of wellness for people is so beautiful because I think it's spaces that people didn't know they needed until they showed up, and then they really get to nurture like their inner child and then really start to grow from within. So it's so beautiful to see.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm just gonna knock it out the park because this is just a question everybody gets. But what is your energy?
My energy, the energy that I embody is goddess energy, divine feminine energy. Definitely big G on the goddess. Respect that.
Indeed, most definitely. And it's funny you said that because usually that's where I go with it too. I'm like, y'all already know what it is. Like, why are we here?
What are we
And I
talking
try
about?
to zhuzh it up every once in a while to be like, it's gratitude. But y'all know what it is. And just harnessing that power is so important. What are some steps that you have done to really just kind of get into your inner goddess?
So, tapping into myself, checking on my emotional body, tapping into my physical body, really learning myself, reawakening myself, rebalancing myself, understanding what balance is for me and how that feels. Also, expressing myself like in a very authentic way, expressing my creative nature in an authentic way, expressing my sensuality in an authentic way has really allowed me to elevate, align, and really just radiate goddess energy.
Yeah, yeah. And you're very comfortable being so transparent with yourself. And I think it's just so beautiful because, like, watching you with the children and how you're able to balance all of the above, like, even when things aren't, they don't go exactly according to plan, like, because that's just what happens. And
Yes.
especially when you have children, it's like one of those things. So I'll be watching you like do yoga, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I was, but I'm breastfeeding now. So here's that. And no, I guess we're all doing yoga together on this one mat. It's that's how we're gonna do it. So finding balance, how do you manage that between entrepreneur, mother, and in general just find like yourself?
So for me, it's really about dedicating time for self. Like I'm one of those people that will schedule like 2 or 3 days of work and then I'll rest. Because I know something about me, like I like to get things done and hammered out versus like do something every single day. And I
Yeah.
like to rest the whole day. Like I know some people can take an hour or two. Like I like to chill the whole day. So just honoring my flow and understanding myself. Like I said, like seeing me, like okay, this doesn't work for you. Like let's switch this up. What does work for you? Also, just like you said, rolling with the punches. Like everything doesn't have to be perfect. I cannot control everything. So just allowing things to happen and not reacting to the
Mhm.
situation. You know, like not being reactive. That's something I really had to work on. Being proactive, not reactive. So
Yeah.
overall, I like to try to plan and have things prepared so that if something does go astray, I have these backups. But I understand that things probably will go astray and I can't, throw a temper tantrum or sink into my emotions in those moments. I can feel my emotions, I can flow with it, but I can't let that, deter me from doing what I have to do. Even
Right.
like you said, with the children, like it'd be a lot of emotions. Like everybody has their own little
Yes.
pool of emotions. So I kind of have to really just be grounded and super center and just allow them to feel. But sometimes, like, I be feeling too. So for me,
Right.
it's
Right. We sing here feeling together.
yeah, we can all cry for a little bit, like
Yeah.
doing that, like, because I was a time in my life where I didn't cry in front of my children because in my mind I was programmed to think like Black women don't cry in front of their children. Black women have to look a certain way and be a certain way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I reshaped that whole narrative. I was like, if you crying, I can cry too. We can cry together. If you napping,
Right.
I can nap too. We can nap together. Like, times of rest, times of realness. Like, really just being real with myself. Like, what do I need right now?
Right.
Like, not just what do they need, what do I need as well? And trying to, fit it in and blend it in for all of us.
Yeah, that's so very important. Um, because I have 4 kids, so basically, I know these children are amazing. I love them.
They're amazing.
They're older now, so it's a bit different. But even so, my son right now is processing the loss of a friend who
Mm,
was murdered, and I'm watching him in his steps of grieving. And I remember Kristen would have never like showed any form of emotion. I definitely would have never been like on social media, like being like, oh, I love you, I miss you. And I'm watching him be a man, but be okay saying, bro, I love you, I miss you, you have me torn up inside. And I'm like, dang, who raised him?
you
Who
did
did
a good
that?
job. Ooh, you did a
You did a
good job.
good job. Yeah. I'm like, but I know like the old, when I was his age, when I was 18, 19 years old, crying in front of someone was a no. Like I would never show those spaces of vulnerability. And even through some of my older years, like in my late 20s, I think I still would have been like, I'm a G, I'm going to thug this out. And it's like something hit when I hit my 30s, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not even going to put on this masculine energy anymore. I'm okay. It's okay to have emotions. We're human beings. I'm not gonna try to thug it out anymore.
Right.
And so now I cry. All of my kids have seen me cry to the point now where they're like, "Is this for us? Like, do we need to be here? Are you good? You straight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is actually a happy cry." Like, and they're like, "All right, cool. As long as you're getting it out, you good." You know that my youngest Andre, that he is so in tune with me, so he'll always be the one to come and like peep in the door and be like, I just felt you and I want you
I
good.
love him.
Yeah, girl, that thing. And he would love you like in so many ways. That thing is, I gotta keep my eye on busy. Like, you think you 11, you think you grown now.
He said,
But
I'm in
yes.
tuned. I already know. I'm tapping into the divine masculine. I care for women. That's okay.
Listen, he does. And it's funny because I've established that my son is friends with all of the adults in his life.
Hmm.
He tolerates the children.
Yeah.
And I was like, how'd that work out? Because everywhere I go, he's like sitting down in a chair having full conversations with adults. And of course, I've never like really baby talked him. So his vernacular is amazing. Like I'm like, who did this to
The
you? And he's just
conversation.
like having full conversations. And I'm
Ooh.
like, hmm. You
I'm
gonna
here.
play with these kids? Like it's adult time. I'm here trying to talk to the adult, and you are taking up my conversation time. He's like, "Oh, my fault. I'll be back." Nah, I'll be back.
I love it. I'm here for it.
But yeah, me too. And low key, I'm like, okay, it's cool. What are some triggers for you that you like have to pull back?
People that don't well, okay. So triggers is and people or triggers as in like what triggers me.
Any of the above?
So for me, I know a huge trigger is just like people that don't respect boundaries.
Mm.
I'm learning so much about my boundaries, and I think at one time I was super boundless. Like I just was like, oh, anything, like just kind of making things up as I go.
Yeah.
And I kind of had more expectations than boundaries, and I realized I was being disappointed by a lot of people. So like, as soon as I set my boundaries, and then people couldn't like really adjust to it, that for me was like, what they say, red flag, red flag, red flag, like
Right,
red
right.
flags. Another trigger for me is just being in like this is gonna sound crazy, but places that are not authentic. So within the
Does
spiritual realm,
not sound crazy. That is so real. That's so real.
within this work, I've been noticing a lot of places that used to resonate with me because I was starting this journey no longer resonate with me because now I'm understanding how unauthentic or how funky the energy can be. So like
Mhm.
certain spaces for me, I cannot really go to or even, entertain or even promote any longer because of the energy. So places that are supposed to be a certain way but really aren't upheld in that light for me are super, super light. Yeah, another red flag.
Yeah.
And I guess my third trigger would be just the same thing in people, just unauthentic people, people that are putting on a front or a show. And I understand like social media realm and everything that we're doing, like you have to kind of present yourself. But I like authentic voices. I like people that I can connect with.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy for me to connect with people. I make connections pretty easily. So when I kind of feel that I can't connect with a person because they're kind of putting on some type of front, that for me is a little triggering.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's so real. And I get that. And I'm like, I've never been the person to be able to be like, I'm gonna go on social media and lie or this and that. I'm like, nah, y'all just gonna see how I live life. If you like it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm still gonna be me. And so then I've like, when you just see people and you're like, yo, I know you in real life, like that that ain't what you do. Like, and it's okay. Like, why you can't just be you? No,
That ain't it.
your self love isn't there. I'm gonna go over here though. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just.
And I
I'm
think the worst part about it is just like even that aspect of it is just like, why did you feel like you needed to be somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like the deep down, like, okay, what's going on here? Like, why did you feel like you had to tap into an image that's not really yours? That part.
right, right, right.
But I get it though, because authentic people can stir up things. Because I have gotten in trouble for being too authentic before. Not really trouble, but people have said things. So I feel
I
you.
feel like that's just space to honesty, and a lot of people can't handle honesty and
Mhm.
truth, and so then that triggers them because what it does is make them feel like they have to work on themselves, and that's what I've realized so much in my line of work when I'm working with my clients. They want me to do the work for you. Well, baby, I can only lead you to the path. It's up to you to actually do the work. And so whenever you know what I'm saying, like whenever you get to a space and like you're finally like, okay, well, we need to sit down and have this talk because where we're gonna go from here.
Right.
That's when it's like, oh no, like you have like the triggers of them start to try to reflect. And I'm like, yeah, I just, I love me a lot and I know what I do. So we can't go back and forth, baby.
That part.
And
She
so
said
I
we can't
told
go back
them,
and forth, baby.
yeah, I can't, I just don't have that in me. But thank you, it's cool.
I feel that. I feel that in you very strongly. That's that. That's that Sag. Nah, cut it down, burn it up, and
Listen, it's so real. It's so
for
real.
real.
But I think a very long time, and for me to get here, for a very long time, what I did was I tried to mold and bend and flex around other people.
Mm,
And because of that, it always led me in situations where I didn't feel in good intrinsically.
mm.
So I was always like, I'm pushing so much of myself out and you're not meeting me. And so finally I got to a space and I just had to let everybody know, look, baby, absolutely no apologies. Every client ain't for me and I'm not for every client. So
Come on,
listen, how we gonna do this?
for
And
real.
that's the same way I live my life. Like I'm not for everybody and everybody ain't for me. Still going to sleep at night.
Resting well,
Right.
like a
Like
baby.
with my cup of water beside me. Like stop playing. I'm not phased.
I love it.
But I definitely said, what are your triggers? So let's flip the opposite to that. And what are things that you love about yourself?
I love the raw and realness that I am. I
Mhm.
love the natural person that I am. Um, I love my connection to Earth and my connection to children, my children, the community children. Like I love that I'm like a mommy mother. Like I feel like I've always felt like a mom, but when I had children, it like super enhanced, and I'm just like I'm really a mommy mom. Like I'm really
Yeah.
like, and it's kind of weird because I'm young. I'm still super young, and I'm just like you really a mom. Like you have two.
In
Like
these
you're a mother.
streets.
Yes, like it's real. You like yeah, you're like branded as this. But that energy, like I said, I love that energy. I embody that energy, and I hope I wear it well.
You most definitely do. It looks good on you.
Thank you, thank you.
No, all right. No, it does though. No, because like when we first met, you had none.
Right.
And you weren't even in this relationship. And then you switched up and now I'm like, you got kids out here in these streets?
Yes.
Like, where do they do that at? Okay.
Tua.
Right. But I understand because like literally that's how my flow was. I was like la 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 bloop bloop, and then it came bloop bloop, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And now that I'm like, y'all, I'm done with kids. It's like everywhere I go, all of the children come. They're like, we see you. Let's talk to you. You're the one. I'm like, no, no, no. I want to talk to adults. Nope, I'm talking to kids. Okay, you want me to tie your shoe? Okay. Like,
Oh my goodness.
and that's how it's gonna be. Like they're gonna always flock. It's that inner
Mhm.
space that you have in you, and it's so warm and nurturing that you'll never just be able to fight it off.
I'm
But
okay
it's great because you love
for,
it and you have energy.
for now. For now.
No, you can get like me and it'd be like, I'm going for 6 months, y'all. I'm out.
Ready for that part.
I get it. I get it. So, what are you currently working on?
Woo.
I know it's a loaded question.
It's loaded, like for real. So I'm working on expanding my offerings, my services. I really took a hiatus. Whenever I have children, I kind of take a hiatus. So our daughter Aya, she'll be turning 2 in July, so I'll be a little bit more free to actually offer more services and create more products. I really want to get back to product creation. Anyone that knows me from back OG me, like I used to make face masks and body butters
The
and all.
body wash was everything.
The body wash. People keep telling me about it.
Listen, the body wash was everything.
So those things, I'm getting back to that slowly, making it for us and just, expanding it, learning new things. I'm tapping into learning more about the earth. I'm actually doing an herbalism internship this summer, and I'm super excited about that.
Nice.
Super excited. And of course, like the big thing that everybody keeps asking me about is the food truck. Like that will be launched this spring. And honestly, with that, I probably will not be working on that. That's probably going to be something that, we put someone else in place for. I just
Makes sense.
realized that like I'm not a 9 to 5 type of gal. Like I'm very much more so like creative energy. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with that now. Before I was like, are you being lazy? Like it's just more so like I want to be present for certain events, but I don't want to be present there all the time. So being okay with that and being open to asking for help from the community and being able to be like, hey y'all, like you want it, you want to cook, you want to do these things, like let's work
Yeah.
together, collaborate. So
Yes.
all those things this year.
I love all of that. And you
Thank
smart these this year, girl. Yeah, I think you in your first quarter. Like you ain't even
Yo,
you like
my three
this
month goals
spring.
heavy hitters. Like I put 3, 6, 9, 12 month goals. My 3 month goals will knock anybody out. I'm like, why did I put this for the first three? Like I was like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna knock the big stuff out, and then the little
I
stuff
like it.
just square it up. But yeah, you should see. I
But you
have like a
do.
manifestation planner. Girl, that jank is sickening. I'm like, I'm sick of myself. I'm like, it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, like I love it. And I sat and I was working actually on my manifestation and my vision board as well. And I sat and realized, yo, I done knocked out a quarter of it already.
Come on.
And I was sitting here like, yo, when you have and this is the joy that I find with solitude.
Mm.
Because I've never had like so I literally became a parent at 18. So I left my mom's house and moved into my husband's house. So this is the first time I've ever been by myself for an extended period of time. And I'm like, yo, if I knew I could get all this work done, I would have been taking the summers off. Like, excuse me, sir, this is on you.
That part.
Right. I'll take them during the school year, but right now, this is on you. I'll homeschool later. But honestly, it was like so much is happening that and I still like, I still try to tap into the community because I miss my 757 family so much. But I just see the blossoming. Like I just see everything coming full circle. And I just think that is so amazing because I've watched you do a multitude of things and try to manage and balance it out. And I've heard you be like, you know what, this don't feel good, so I don't want to do that no more.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like that.
But I like that
But
a
you're not
little
gonna do
bit.
that no more. And I was like, yo, that ain't kind of rock. And she said that feel good to her. Let me do that in one moment. I'm not gonna do that no more, y'all.
Yes. I want to say we definitely miss you too, ma'am. We definitely
Oh,
miss you too. I'm so sick of you. I'm just like, every time, I'm just like, where? I'm going to
I
summon you
do.
up within the summertime.
Listen, the first weekend in March.
Ooh, see?
I will be back home for a weekend.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, like y'all got me Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
She
So
said
I'm
I'm
gonna
only
try
into
to.
a weekend.
Yeah,
Okay. Work with that.
I know. I wish it could be longer, but I'm gonna try to get in there, zhuzh in there real quick, and just basically find all y'all. Like, where y'all at?
You can make it work. You're magical. I know it's gonna work.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. All y'all come to this one location.
This one location, drop the pin. We go all
Right. Like, everybody show up
parking lot
here.
party for
Well,
real.
hey, that's all we need. All I need is that and a smoothie. I'm straight. But yes. So we're about to head out. Is there anything else you want to let them know besides I do want you to tell them exactly like where to reach you and all of the above, y'all, because she does so much.
Thank you, thank you. Just the regular. Follow me at Medi Mommy on Instagram. I'm really not on any other social media platforms other than Twitter, which is still Medi Mommy, or the Medi Mommy. Sorry. And yeah, that's really it. If you're in the 757 area, or if you're interested and you're a woman, we do have a sister circle called Cosmic Calabash. That's super dope. If you guys want to join that, you can follow them at Cosmic Calabash on Instagram and then tap the link in the bio to join the sister circle. It's completely free and it's full of free resources about spirituality, aligning yourself, tapping into your body, tapping into your awareness of yourself, and just good vibes and venting. Honestly, we really just be up there talking. So, if you need a
Look at
sister
it like, let me
circle or
slide in there real quick.
yeah, come on in.
That's dope. I love that. I love that. Well, will you leave our audience with an affirmation?
Mm. See, okay, I got it. And it's crazy because I read affirmations like 4 or 5 times a day, and I was thinking about one earlier. Today I kind of focused on my sacral and the energy that resides there. So my affirmation is that I am supported by my creative energy. My creative energy allows me to express myself freely, and everything that I create is reciprocated by the universe.
Oh, I love it.
I
I'm over
should.
here like, yes. Like, oh, I'm about to go play my sound bowls.
Come on, let's get it.
Listen, anytime. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so, so, so much. And when I come back in March and I do my hour-long sessions, you have to come back and be
Yes,
with us and just spread more love and light.
thank you for
We
having me.
really need
So
to.
grateful for you and everything that you are and that you do.
Well, thank you. Love you.
Love you.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, and
Peace.
light.